Let's crochet a flowers garland. I hope you enjoy this fun little pattern. Hi everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I recently completed this crochet flowers garland and I thought I'd share with you how I did it. I'll be chatting a little bit about the pattern and the materials I used, so if you wanted to skip this portion of the video, you can fast forward to this timestamp right here, and that's where I begin the tutorial. But I wanted to chat about the versatility of this pattern. This is a 2-layer flower, but I did crochet it just with the first layer, and I thought that looked really cute. So you can do the garland with just the first layer. And I also turned one of these into a hair clip. I just found the hair clip, I hot glued it in the back, and I thought that looked really cute. And also with the 2-layer, I did a little charm here. Same pattern, I just sized down on the hook on this one, and I did a chain of 70. And I think this would look really cute, like on a pocketbook, on a backpack, maybe a car accessory. So as you can see, it's quite versatile. You can crochet this garland as long as you want. What I like about it is that it's continuous. This is all one continuous strand of yarn. There's no fastening off, no sewing, so it's really fun to make. Each of these flowers are separated by 5 chains. So this is a fun pattern, friends. So for this little project, I used size 4 acrylic yarn, and I paired it with a 5mm crochet hook. But feel free to have fun with it, play around with it. You can use a smaller yarn size, a smaller hook size. Like I said, this is a size 4 yarn, but I use a 3.5mm hook, and it's a little smaller, so you can have some fun with it. And I have one more friendly tip, friends. I have many different patterns for garlands, but this one in particular, I think it looks nice when it's up against the wall. The wall gives it support, so that way the flowers are facing forward. When it's just hanging freely, the flowers will kind of go in different directions. I mean, it still looks cute, but if you're like me and you want them facing all in one direction, I would hang it up against the wall, like up against the headboard in your bedroom. But if it's got some support, all the flowers will face all in the same direction. I did hang it in my little girl's bedroom, and I put it vertical, just like this, and this was up against her headboard, and it looked really cute. Okay, friends, let's begin. By the way, I'll be demonstrating it in this blue yarn. I filmed it in the purple yarn, but I wasn't happy with it. I felt like you couldn't see some of the stitches, so I'll be using this blue yarn. Okay, to begin, we're going to do a slip knot. Let's do a chain of 9. A chain of 9. And now we're going to slip stitch into the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th chain from the hook. We're going to create a ring. 4th chain from the hook, insert your hook and pull the yarn to slip stitch and chain 1. So in this little ring, we're going to work the first for the first round. We're going to do a half double crochet, chain 1 5 times. A half double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook, pull the yarn. We've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That is a half double crochet. Half double crochet, chain 1. That's 1. We're going to do a total of 5. Half double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is round 1. Insert your hook directly into that first chain 1 space. There we go. So now we're going to work the first layer of the petals into the chain 1 spaces. So after you do your slip stitch, let's do 4 half double crochets in that chain 1 space. There is our first petal. Slip stitch into the next chain 1 space, and we're going to do another petal. 4 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slip stitch into the next chain 1 space and 4 half doubles. Here's my last petal. There are my 5 petals, and then we're going to slip stitch into that first space where we did our first petal. Here it is. Here's the first space. Insert your hook and do a slip stitch. Looks very cute, just like this. So now turn your project over, and now we're going to create 5 loops around in between each of these half double crochets. So insert your hook into this chain 1, into this space right here on the right, and then come out on the left, just like so. So I wrap my hook around that first half double crochet from round 1. Pull the yarn and slip stitch. Let's create our first loop by doing a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to slip stitch around this next half double crochet. Insert your hook into the opening on the right and come out on the left, just like so, and do a slip stitch. See, here is my first loop right here. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, slip stitch. And then here is my last one. 1, 2, 3. And we're back to the start. Here is my first loop right here. And I'm just going to insert my hook and directly slip stitch into that first one. So not including this 5 chains, we have a total of 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to work our second layer of flowers into those chain 3 spaces. Now turn your work around, the flowers facing you now. Now we're going to work 6 half double crochets in that first chain 3 space. 6 half doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There is my first petal. And I do get into the habit of folding the first layer down. Sometimes I crochet so quickly that my hook will get caught in one of these loops and it pulls the yarn. So I try to get into the habit of just folding these right here, just folding them down. Let's do the next petal, slip stitch into the next chain 3 space and work 6 half double crochets. Here's the second petal. And let's complete this all the way around. Okay, so I just finished my last petal. So I'm going to slip stitch into that first chain 3 space where I made my first petal in the second round. Just insert your hook directly into that space and slip stitch. There we go, you did it, your first flower. And to make the second flower, chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then slip stitch into the fourth chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Create your ring, chain 1, and repeat the process. Half double crochet, chain 1 5 times, etc., etc. So as you can see, the sky is the limit with, oops, my yarn split there. But as you can see, you can continue the pattern, and that's exactly what I did here. I did chain 9 and did my ring, and then continue the pattern. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this pattern, friends. It's a really fun one. And I thank you for your time. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.